log style versus header. Which one has better boost response on a turbo LS? Did I mention we're running the turbo off of just one side of the motor? Hello everybody, I'm Richard Oldner, and as always, welcome to the channel. Today we're answering the age-old question. Richard, which one is better, a tubular header or a log style manifold for a turbo LS? I compared them directly back to back in this test, but with a twist. This time we're running asymmetrical turbos. What does that mean? Well, it means in this case, we're driving the turbo off of only half of the motor. That's right, the exhaust energy from 4 cylinders, one half of our V8 is used to drive the turbo. Does that even work? We're calling it Project Side Piece. So check it out. Okay guys, you can see we got our turbo kit. We got some BTR valve covers. Trailblazer SS, the L33 5.3 there with no ring gap. Yeah, I know we shouldn't be doing that, but I did anyways. You can see we've got our single turbo, so we've got our truck exhaust manifolds. We've got our Y pipe, dual turbo smart wastegates on it. Feeding a GTX 3584 RS. Hey guys, just a quick note here. All of the stuff that you saw tested on this motor, the very responsive GTX 3584 RS Turbo, the low buck truck camshaft, the springs, the lifters, the push rods, the injectors, all available at richardholderperformance.com. All right, time to take off the single turbo. The old switcheroo. Yeah, double rev breaker bar. Notice my side's already done. Just waiting on Jimmy over here.
You're hogging the reins.
I think they call that making it happen. All right, Y pipe. Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, turbo kit. Yeah. Represent. This side, getting a header, and kind of a like full race header too. Yeah. We're gonna have EGTs on this side.
That's right.
On one side.
Super important.
Okay. I like those BTR valve covers though.
Oh man, they're sweet. This is a step flange. Oh, and it works. Ignore that.
Is it good?
Yep.
Okay, one of the problems I've complained about a bunch with these headers, it's inexpensive ones, is that, take a look, we had to do kind of a custom header setup because, especially aiming forward, everything is in the way. So we're going to be burning plug wires if we try to use all the factory stuff, all these straight boots. So we had to get clever. That one needed a 90. Both of these 45. We still were pretty close. I mean, I don't think I'd run that for very long like that, but for what we're doing, it might work. This one just normal, and then we got the header on the other side, the NA side. You know, that's just all normal stuff, man. Find out if it works. Okay, here's what we got going on. Hey, it looks like a single turbo. Yeah, this is kind of cool though. We got our header, feeding a single GT35 turbo. Air to water intercooler going in, all pretty normal. On this side, let's take a walk around. There's no white pipe. Look, it's a regular header. This side, all motor. That side, all the boost. Let's check it out. Okay guys, we got it all installed. Asymmetrical turbo, feeding a single GT35 turbo with an intercooler from one side of the motor. Just did some dyno pulls. Here you go. You can listen to that and watch it. It's exciting. Let's go find out how it did. This is how we do it. We just run the wastegate line right to the top. This is all that it will do. Let's go find out if it made any boost. How much power did it make? Yeah, we managed only about like 6 pounds, 6.5 pounds or something like that. But one turbo from one side, 600 horsepower. That's right. We did get to make some boost, and it's making power. Okay, we showed you on the single-sided turbo, the GTX 3584 RS, running it off of just one side of the motor with our basically DNA kind of eBay style tubular header. We produced 602.8 horsepower and 559 or 560 foot-pounds of torque. And remember, this is with the wastegate capped off, basically. We just ran the pressure line to the top of the wastegate, and so this is basically all that it would do. It would be the same as if we were capping the wastegate off entirely. And you can see if I overlay this versus the NA power output, so the lower one is the NA power output, you could see down here at 3,300 RPM, it was making basically NA power. And the reason for that is just wasn't making any boost down there. And as we released the motor and let it keep going, as we went up in RPM, it started to gain and produce more and more boost as we had more and more exhaust energy. This is kind of typical. We see an increase in back pressure when we have increased RPM. So it went from 0.6 pounds of boost down here at 3,300 up to a peak of 6.7 out here at 6,000 RPM. So I just wanted to show you, it was basically making NA power down there, but then started to make really good power. If we take a look and we just want to compare this to what it would do if we had our turbo hooked up and was fed by both sides. So I don't have an exact comparison because we had no idea what this single-sided turbo was going to do with this header on it. And so I picked another run that was both a little bit above 600 horsepower. But my point is, if you take a look at this, because we had boost, when we had exhaust from both sides of the motor feeding the turbo, we had a lot of exhaust energy and we had a lot more boost and we had a lot more power. When we were feeding the more conventional use, you know, with both sides feeding the single turbo, we started out at, we had full boost. so if we had like 6 pounds or 7 pounds, we had 6 or 7 pounds from the very beginning until the end. And this resulted in a whole bunch more torque. We're talking 120 or 130 more foot-pounds of torque as we go through the RPM range, because we had more boost. The single-sided turbo did work, but it has a rising boost curve, at least with a header. Now let's find out what it did when we installed the FPS log style manifold. For part 2 of our test, we installed an FPS log style manifold that exited in a 2.5-inch pipe. We then installed the T-fitting that mounted the T4 flange for our turbo and also had a provision for the wastegate. We installed the same GTX 3584 RS turbo and then mounted our TurboSmart wastegate, running the wastegate reference line to the top of the wastegate so it did not open. Exiting the turbo was a 3-inch downpipe. Okay, we got our single side Fowler exhaust. Let's see, hooked up. See this? Got our single turbo on here. Wastegate. Got the intercooler, and then you can see over on this side, just the regular header, you know, NA, all motor stuff. Let's find out if it works and how much different the boost response is than the Okay, guys, here's the question everybody wanted answered. How does a log style manifold compare to a tubular header when it comes to turbocharging? And this will tell us at least what happens in respect to boost response. So this was our single-sided turbo where we're running the header on one side and then just a normal header, naturally aspirated header on the other side. So we're feeding the exhaust with only half of the motor on our GTS 3584 RS turbo and run with the long tube header, let's say. This thing produced 600 horsepower, 603 and 560 foot-pounds of torque. And here's what happened when we installed the log style manifold from FPS. It made more power everywhere, and you could see this exactly in the boost curves. With the tubular header, we only had a little more than a half a pound down here starting at 32 or 3300 RPM, and we ended up with a peak of 6.7 pounds. But when we installed the FPS log style manifold with a 2.5-inch exit, you know, with a T-fitting, mounting the turbo, and remember, the wastegate doesn't come into play here because we had the reference line going to the top of the wastegate. This was basically just all that these systems would do. But with the log style manifold, we started out with a lot more boost. We had 2.6 pounds compared to just 0.6 pounds down there with the header. So it started out making more boost. So right away, it was better off. It had more exhaust energy going to the turbo and spooled the thing up much better. And then ended up at the top making a peak of 11 pounds. And we produced over 700 horsepower, 710 horsepower. And peak torque was 668 foot-pounds of torque. So for response rate, the log style manifold looks like it's definitely better. And now here's something to think about. This is something I want somebody else to do. I think guys are going to try to run this single-sided turbo on stuff, which I think is awesome. What I'd like to see to improve the response rate even better, I want to have somebody try to run a compound setup with an even smaller turbo than this to get this thing spooled up and make lots of boost running it on just one side. Armature Holder, make sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that stuff, and I'll keep testing.